Hi guys, and welcome back. Today it is sunshining and I am just so happy to soak in that vitamin D naturally. So what I'm going to do with my day, with my spurts of sunshine that we're getting today, is I'm going to give another attempt to clean out this garden beds, these vegetable garden beds I may add, and try to move my greenhouse garden shed over here to see how that's going to look like, so that I can go ahead and start working on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. So you guys enjoy this video, and if you'd like to see more of this, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you don't miss a video, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And if you didn't see my previous video when I took the plants out of here, go catch that video. I'll link it up here. But I showed that I had mint in a container right here, and it was growing out of the pot. Well, it actually rooted out, and I have mint right here growing. So I'm going to get rid of that, probably put it in another pot. But for the most part, just going to empty out the dirt, take out all this irrigation hoses out of here and anything else that I see in here, and empty out the dirt. So before I go any further, I've got some staples here. These are garden staples. This one's pretty new, fairly new. This one here is really rusted. This can still be used, and all that rust that's built up, that's still good for your garden because it'll add that iron into your garden. So don't toss these. Go ahead and use these. Now, if you're not familiar with garden staples, these are really good for like tacking down your irrigation hoses like that. You can staple regular garden hoses with it, but they're primarily used for either irrigation or for like maybe if you've got garden cloth or weed cloth, you can staple them down with these. But save them, reuse them until they're totally falling apart. See that, man? Now I can pot this, which I can pot and give away. Look at that. Look at all that mint root. That, all this little white sprite shoots here, that's mint. I think I got it all. Now this container here is actually a self-watering container, but because of the amount of rain we get, I really don't let it water sit in it. And I'm basically just getting rid of any roots from old plants. So that's what I'm doing. Now I don't know if that's necessary, so if you guys wouldn't do that, leave it in the comments below. I think I've mentioned before, I'm new to vegetable gardening, so I'm not an expert, but I have had some successes. So what I'm going to do with this dirt, So I'm going to put it in my wheelbarrow. Then I'm going to add it. I have a couple of containers that I built around my large pergola. I'm going to go ahead and put this dirt and replenish that dirt with this dirt here. So I'm not tossing a whole heck of a lot here. Now, if I was going to reuse this garden bed in the same spot, I wouldn't be dumping the dirt out. I would just level it out and then replenish it with some new composting dirt, and then put new amendments in it. But I wouldn't be taking it out. But because I'm moving it, that's why I'm removing the dirt. Barney, you gonna help me? So in this garden bed here, I have star jasmine. I also have a clematis over here. It's called a tenja clematis, and it's doing its job as far as climbing all the way to the top as I wanted it to. It's doing a beautiful job of doing that. But I'm going to go ahead and pin those up a little bit, and then put some of this dirt, clean this up, and put some of the dirt in here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out any plants that I have in here. This is called Bungalow Glow, I think is the name of it. I'll put it down below for you to see what it is. It's a beautiful plant. Works great as a ground cover, but it doesn't do really well here because this part here gets more shade. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this area out. I do have some Lithodoria here as well. That one's okay. I'm going to leave that, see how it does, but I'm going to pretty much clear this up. On this side is usually where I grow my basil every year. There. I'm just taking any of the dead leaves off of my clematis since I'm here. Not going to do a perfect job, but just kind of clean it up a little bit. So any of the dead leaves that I have here, all this brown foliage here, good carbon for your dirt, so I'm going to leave that in there. And just top it up with soil. All right. Now that's ready to go. So over here I have some Italian parsley. Italian parsley is really actually cold hardy. I planted it last year, so I'm not going to disturb it too much because I want it to continue to grow. But I'm just going to clean around it and add more dirt. So now I'm just gonna add dirt to this. I may just lift that up just a little bit. I don't want to disturb it too much, but I will lift it just a little bit above ground. Okay, so let me show you real quick. I cleaned all this. Of course, you weren't able to see the before, but it's all nice and clean. My parsley is doing beautifully. I kind of just picked it up a little bit from the ground. Cleaned off my Lepidoria here. Got my irrigation. I will be drilling a hole in there and then putting it through there so it's not kind of sticking out here. But that's for another day, another video. And then on this side over here, it's all nice and clean. Got my irrigation in there, ready to plant. And everything's cleaned up on both my clematis and star jasmine in this one. I didn't really clean too much. There wasn't a whole lot to clean, but it's nice and clean and doing its job, climbing all the way up to top. Okay, so this is all that's left. Not a whole lot, but as you can see, I'm able to bend it so it's not heavy. Okay, so now I can move it around. And that's not a problem. And this is pretty sturdy, so I'm not worried about breaking it. It's not. Okay, so the next step is to move that over in that direction and shift everything once I clean this area up. So that's the next step. Right now the sun is trying to break through the trees in the home right here, so hopefully it doesn't get in your way. But as you can see, it's nice and clean, as clean as it can get, because I do have a eucalyptus tree right above me that is constantly throwing debris, and then of course the bamboo that of the neighbors is constantly throwing down debris. But it's clean. So now it's just time to move my garden shed over here and see what it looks like. Now, this wheels work really, really well. I can't believe how easy this is. I'm gonna back you up a little bit. You know, it may not make a whole heck of a lot of difference. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but we'll see. So if you look at this, you can see that there is a definite slope this direction. So yeah, that's just not going to work for me. Plus it just feels really confined over here. So that's not going to work. Dang, I really was hoping this was going to work out. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I'm going to be moving my composter back over in this direction. And, I mean, I'm not going to do it by myself. My husband will help me. But, and then over in that direction, it looks like maybe it's a lot more level. So I'm going to put it further down in that direction and see how that works out. The only other option would be to take it off the rollers and then put it closer to the ground, because the rollers are causing it to be much higher up from the ground than they really should be. But this area here just slopes way too much. I thought that would be a lot more level. This definitely is a lot more level, but we'll see once I get it moved. But yeah, at least this whole area got cleaned out, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, it's just a matter of moving things around, getting this into its rightful place, and then we'll go from there.
Tell me when to push. Okay, I guess now.
Go ahead, push.
Steer away from it, babe.
Am I?
We can steer away, can't we? Oh, wait, hang on. No, you just got to pull your end out back towards it.
You got it.
lot more level.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
So much better.
The jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That works a lot better.
Oh, so much nicer. Yay!
Good. Very nice.
We got it to work. Found its home. I'll bring you when I'm going to finish that. Okay, fantastic. We moved this composter further this way, more or less where it was before, and have now its greenhouse garden shed over there. Looks so much more level. Perfect spot for it, I hope. And now I'll put my garden back. I'll bring you to that on the next one. Okay, you guys. Mwah, love you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.